Hey everybody, it's Cheryl from CherylBar.com, and today we're talking about money triggers. You know, those areas that make you uncomfortable around money and finances. The truth is, some people may claim that they don't have any money issues. And here's the deal, that's probably because they're unconscious about them, or they're just not telling you the truth, because even people who are super wealthy, they're afraid that they don't have enough, or they are afraid that they'll lose it. So they're still, worried about it. It's like a bottomless pit. The way to be cool with your money practice is to know your mode of operation and to know what triggers you and then be conscious of it and do some things around it. And today I'm going to talk about a couple of my money triggers. So stick with me and we'll get into it. I was at a party recently and I saw a friend that I hadn't seen in maybe like 8 years, and we were catching up. And I was telling her that John had just retired and how I'm trying to re engineer my business to do more with him, kind of to work smarter and not harder. And she said to me, you've always been able to make money, always been good at it. And I agreed. I said, yeah, I have. Basically, what I mean by that is I've always been willing to do what it takes to get a job. I've really done an amazing job getting jobs, even when I didn't have an experience. The reason that that's been the truth is I've been willing to do what it takes to get there. And I've not given up, especially if I have a dream. I wanted to have a particular job, in marketing. And I made that dream happen without having the experience that the other 100 people had, and I got the job. And it all comes down to that strong desire. Today, I want to talk about money issues, and we all have them. Yes, I'm able to earn money, but I have money issues too, just like you do. They move around according to what's going on in my life. I'm good at making money, and I always have been, and I feel confident about that because I've been willing to do what it takes, to get my jobs, to work hard, to make advances, and then even to start two businesses without having experience to do that. Why? Why is that true about me? I have a strong desire, and I think that everybody, if you have a strong desire and you don't give up and you believe in what you want, you can do this too. It's really about having the right money mindset. Even when I was a newly divorced single mom back in 1986, I didn't have benefits in that job, and it was a temporary job. This same friend said to me, "Boy, you are the most resourceful person I've ever met. You sure know how to stretch a dollar." And it's true. I was a saver at the time, and I didn't have much, and I had to really figure out how to take care of my 3.5-year-old son and support us and get a better job with benefits. I've been willing to persevere to get these things. And there is more to it than that. But I also have money issues, and it's been interesting because I've noticed over the years two triggers that I have. Everybody's got an emotional trigger, and it may bring up anxiety and it may bring up fear, lack mentality that you don't have enough. Well, it's interesting. One of my money issues centers around debt. I don't like having debt. I've always paid things off, never really gotten into bad debt. In the businesses, it's been interesting to watch how I've done it, how I've done debt. Anytime I've had debt, it's a lot of pressure. I don't like it. I like to also keep the money flow coming in. So those are two things. And if I'm concerned about the flow of money, then that's another one of these trigger areas for me. I want to talk about this today because I want you to identify what your money triggers are. And also, I'm going to put a link below to another blog I did on money personalities because this weaves into what I'm saying. I was always a saver in my life. I was a saver when I got my first job at 16. I was very prudent, a good steward of my money. And then through my first marriage, also very resourceful and a saver. And then when I married John and I had my first business, which ended up being a multiple six-figure business. We were both doing really well financially. So we were spenders. That's what I would call us. However, we were also savers, and we were also big tithers. So it kind of changed with our situation. Now that he's retired, we're back to me being a saver. and really going through all the finances, looking at how can I create more passive income. And that's kind of that money flow thing that is another trigger of mine. So it gets kicked in when I notice it. And I like to treat it as a good thing because it's fear or anxiety telling me to pay attention. And then I listen to that fear and anxiety and say, what can I do about it? Oh, it's debt. I don't like debt. Okay, well, let's figure out a plan to work with my subconscious mind because that's where a lot of these beliefs come in. And we'll work it together to pay that debt off so that I can not have to feel anxious or uncomfortable that I have that. And I think it just takes time to look at yourself and understand what's your mode of operation. Mine are around debt, and I've worked with debt, made that work for me so that it's not such a pressure. Then just always strive to not have debt. That's part of my mode of operation. One of the ways that I've gotten creative now that John is retired and also to create more passive income is I've done something that I said I would never do, which is also quite surprising, and it turned out to be a very cool thing. I decided to rent out the lower floor of our home because it's almost like an apartment, and the house that we live in is pretty good size, so we don't need all of this. So we started renting the lower floor of our home on Airbnb. When we bought this home, we kind of saw this was a potential, and I said, no, I never want to do that. Yet when this situation changed, and I know myself enough to know that I love to have passive income coming in, that's a great thing to have. I'm really proud that I decided to say, yeah, let's do it. And it has been the most pleasant experience. We've had amazingly interesting people from California. We happen to live in Oregon, and we've just had great guests. And it's been a real fun experience to feel like, in a way, we're in the hospitality industry. And we're doing a lot of cool things to give them a 5-star experience in our home when they stay here. The reason I'm telling you this little expose is to show you how I'm using them in a positive way. Instead of ignoring them and being in fear, I'm saying, you would like to feel like you're empowered. You would like to have more passive income coming in. What can we do to generate that? And so that's kind of how it works for me. So I would like to hear from you. What are your money triggers? What triggers you? Is it credit card debt? Is it not saving? Is it not having enough money coming in? And how can you become a creator? How can you say, what can I do that's legal to earn some more money? What can I do? Is there something I could sell that I'm no longer using? I mean, I really think it takes creativity, and I've used creativity in my business to overcome challenges because I always know there's a way around something and there is a way to work things out most of the time. I want to know from you, what are your money triggers? How have you worked with those, or what do you need help with? So leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you, and even some more ideas on what you need help with money, because I've been doing a series on money and I love talking about it. I think it's really cool because lots of people I work with have money issues, and really that's going to block you if you're an entrepreneur in business. You've got to get over those. And the way is to get conscious and take small steps to make changes. If you like this video, share it with your friends. And if you want more actionable tips and trainings each week, sign up for more at CherylBarr.com. And thanks. And here's to you taking charge of your money situation.